What's that place called? Nobody knows. We don't know any information about this game.
We all just got on there and acted like dummies. We all just got on that. It was
We had some good times.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, finding stuff. Not
Yeah,
fighting
but that's
people.
because we sucked as a
it
crew.
tested Scott and Katie's marriage. I tell you that right now.
Those were the days, though.
Yes, Katie would be like, Scott, you need to go left, and Scott's going right. No, you're going left, and it was horrible.
That's because I couldn't. For some reason, I get my right and my left confused. I don't know why that's a problem for me.
Hold on. We gotta explain what Sea of Thieves is.
I was just about to ask, for dummies like me who don't play video games like
Before
that.
we get into it.
What's the objective? What's happening here?
So Sea of Thieves is a pirate game made by, not Ubisoft, made by Microsoft Game Studios, right?
I thought it was made by Epic Games.
Holy shit.
I don't think so.
Rare games.
Rare games? Okay.
Oh, okay.
It's one of them.
One of them.
I think the Game Studios is in it because it's an Xbox exclusive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except it's on PC, but you know what I mean.
All right.
Everything
Tonight
is.
we all just gonna go download it, play it, get back into it.
Hell yeah.
Let's do it.
I got Borderlands and a lot of other games I'm playing.
I'm going to hear sea
Same.
shanties all night long. Thanks. Gosh.
So, I mean, I can give you the layman's terms. I can give it to you plain and simple. It is one of the most realistic, like, pirate games. Like, you...
Realistic?
I wouldn't say that.
I mean, like,
Absolutely
the way you
not.
have... well, hold on.
Name another pirate game.
I'm talking about how you control...
Assassin's Creed Black Flag.
Oh, yeah, Black Flag. That's a little more
That's
realistic.
way more realistic.
I'm talking about how
Pirates
you
of the Caribbean, Lego, I don't know.
Hell yeah.
I'm talking about how you control the boat. How you gotta drop the anchor. You gotta
Oh well, yeah.
mess with the sails.
Yeah.
You gotta move the sails the right way.
Except it's only a 4-person crew.
Which is dumb.
yeah.
Stupid.
Do you get scurvy?
Yeah,
No.
but imagine.
You get
hold
drunk.
up. Imagine
You can eat
You
fruit.
throw up.
ain't nobody. Listen,
You can eat fruit.
if you had a real crew on there and you had 16 people on your boat all on Xbox, that'd be the most hectic thing.
It'd
in
be
the world.
great.
That'd be
Everybody
fun
could
as
be on a
shit.
cannon. You could be running around having somebody set to fix the boat and stuff like that. Like, it'd be cool.
Pirates also sometimes gay. Like, they were kind of known for that because it was...
That's where
It
scurvy
doesn't
came
die.
I
from.
mean,
It
they're a
doesn't-
bunch of seamen.
I
It
mean, when
doesn't-
you're stuck out on the ocean for long, hard days, I mean, might
It doesn't
cozy up
dive
to anybody.
Too deep into the depression of a pirate and the.
All right, so we are just
Crisis.
moving away from Sea of Thieves.
No, this is all relevant.
Oh yeah, it's pirates.
It's a pirate life for me.
Anyways,
Yo ho!
you can get on there with your friends and you pretty much just go around and figure out treasures and.
That's really it. I mean, you really just
get-
go around and do different quests that
But
give you
it
different
is
treasures.
online?
Yeah.
Okay,
Like-
so you can play with other people.
You
Yeah.
play with you have like your people and your crew. I think the max is 4.
Yeah.
It is.
And then, but there's other. Sorry, I spit something on my mic. There's other people with other boats in the same map. So like, and it has the proximity chat. So if you start getting closer, and you hear someone talking, you're pulling your stethoscope. No,
Eyeglass.
I'm going to listen to their heart.
you pull your spyglass out, and you're just looking around to see, and you see a boat coming straight toward you. And usually we were all trash, so that meant we were just gonna die.
I love us, and I love the time that we'd play this game together. We were a horrible crew because we'd have a 2-man crew roll up on us, and there's 4 of us, and they'd sink us,
Yeah.
and we would just be like, "What the fuck is going
And
on?"
Scott always drove, and Scott was like, "Hold on, don't drop the anchor. Don't drop the anchor. Drop it now." And so we drop it, and it's too late, and we just slam into the side of the island. And so
That's because
Scott's
I would
like,
try and tail whip
When
it.
I would drive
Scott's
it.
like, "Oh, there we are," and he jumps off the boat, and I'm down there scooping water
we're all
out,
trying to
repairing
fix it.
holes. Scott's like, "I'm gonna go get the treasure."
when
So
I
I
was
was off and
driving,
dies.
we had a lot better.
Yeah.
Although I would miscalculate a lot of times.
You do miscalculate. It doesn't matter. Like, whoever's driving, you're going to miscalculate.
It's because-
you're trying to do the tailspin. You know what I'm
You-
talking
you
about?
allow
No.
more than me.
You
Because
tried
I
to
got
do
that
that every
down.
time, and you didn't have to do the
Because we
telephone.
weren't doing the right thing. You're supposed to just like drop off like half a mile away
There's
and just
also-
use the boat and the
Yeah, the little rowboat, yeah.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Hey,
No,
yeah, but
or you just get as close as you can, so you don't have to.
Yeah,
use the
and then you
rowboat.
slam into the island.
yeah, but you would have to go find a rowboat every time like you'd start playing again
was my
because
goal.
your rowboat would not be there. Yeah, Katie always made sure the first island that we went to, she'd go around the whole damn island just to find the rowboat.
Because you could load it up with loot instead of
Yeah.
going back and forth and
Yeah.
just
The-
lift it up into the boat.
The coolest thing that I felt like was discovered later which it was discovered later for me when we were playing, was that you could just get the loot to the beach, and if you were close enough with the big boat, you could just shoot it with the harpoons.
Yeah, grab it.
Yeah.
Combat is trash on that game.
Yes.
Absolute garbage.
Combat sucks.
Yeah, it is pretty crappy. I had the sniper.
It's pretty
and
crabby.
The crosshair on the sniper and the scope was just a crack in the glass, and it was horrible. And
If they make a number 2, they need to revamp the combat system.
Well, let's see if
Tenfold.
what's that one Skull and Bones that's coming out.
That's Ubisoft, yeah.
That might
That's probably going to be more of like, they're probably going to use a lot from Black Flag on that.
would be cool. But
Yeah, I mean, if that's like more realistic, that's fine with me. Because I thought Sea of Thieves was going to be way more realistic. And I get, like, the art style is cool and it's pretty and everything, but I'd rather have, like, some down and gritty.
It's
other
probably
than
hard with
pirates.
all the water that you have to.
no, but listen,
falling off the boat
And
in the middle
customizing
of like
your
a storm,
pirates not as cool.
anxiety.
Because it's random, isn't it?
it is
You
random. You have to
merman.
custom. You randomly.
Get, like,
get
the
the
body
pirate-
type and,
yeah.
like, how he looks and stuff like that.
Bruh, my pirate bitch was
She's a fucking
a
unit.
beast.
Yeah, she
yes.
fucking linebacker over here.
Absolute brick house.
This bitch. All I'm saying is that if I got into a bar fight on Tortuga, I would fucking want this bitch in my corner because she's crazy.
She'd handle it.
But it was also fun how we could get on the deck and you all play musical instruments.
Yeah.
We're all just sitting there playing musical instruments, like dancing, having fun. Then the whole sky turns red and the water turns red, and we're rolling in straight to where the Kraken is. And we're like, turn the boat around.
Blackwater.
I love that though. I love how like you could have random encounters with
Yeah.
different stuff out there.
The sharks would give me so much anxiety because that music would start playing,
Yeah.
and it would just build up and build up. Have
Yeah,
a
it would
heart
just
attack.
leave. It would like never attack us. I only seen the Kraken once.
That
we saw
shark
the Kraken-
attacked us.
Yeah, we did see the Kraken once.
Y'all remember that one mission we did where we had to swim super far down into the ocean?
The
Yeah.
mermaids?
Well, it was with the
It was the Pirates of the
the
Caribbean.
Pirates
Yeah.
Caribbean one, and we all had the treasure boxes, and we were swimming up, and we were super far away, and like trying to make it all the way to the top without dying. That was crazy because you were so deep underwater.
Yeah.
It was. Whew.
They had some pretty cool stories of how they did the Pirates of the Caribbean and stuff.
Yeah.
Where y'all
Yeah.
as deep as ocean.
The puzzles get. It's a good game and it's a fun game to play with people, but it does
Too
get a
soon.
little repetitive.
Yeah, I mean it's just the same thing over and over
Yeah.
again.
That was the only issue I had with the game was that we could spend like 2, 3 hours, 4 hours on the game, but it's like it got to the point to where we're just doing the same stuff, just going to a different island and killing a different enemy or just digging up a different piece
yeah,
of
but
loot.
even like the loot trails and like the maps that we would get, it would start being the same thing on the
Yeah.
same island over
Yeah.
and over again.
Although
They-
there was some that they got us. Like,
Oh, yeah,
we
there-
would run around the island for hours trying to
Yeah.
find
yeah.
loot. We were like, and
I
you got
downloaded-
Katie and Scott talking about like they're like looking at the map and they're like, all right, this is what it says and this is where it's at. And I'm just running around fighting on the island, just digging random
Dude,
spots.
some of them, and I ain't gonna lie, some of them enemies, they be getting your ass. You be sitting
Yeah.
there and
They
like,
all get your ass because the combat's trash.
yeah, it is pretty
Yeah.
trash. And those guys that would just blow up
The
next to you,
ghost
and the
guys
ghosts,
stuff,
yeah.
they were horrible.
I hated those. Anytime those popped up for me, I just ran back to the boat. I'm like, I can't even fight these things.
Well, they
Oh.
got like sailing down. Like when you're like sailing and y'all are just like
Oh
cruising
yeah,
along
the
and
boat
you get-
mechanics were cool.
You catch the wind and stuff. It actually and people are singing and you run around the boat. That was actually like fun
Leave
just to sit
her,
there.
Johnny, leave her.
And it was fun just to sit there and like run around on the boat and like travel to different places. That was the funnest part to me. 'Cause
Yeah.
then you can like leave the boat like you didn't have to man it the whole time. You kind of wanted to, but
What I was trying to say earlier was when we all be on the boat together and y'all are Scott was driving and Katie was directing. I think the biggest problem was Katie's looking at the map right here. The boat's going this way, so her left and right is the opposite from Scott's left and right, and it was just you wouldn't be on
No,
the
we got-
roll.
we got it down. You use north and west. That's what we used to do. We
Yeah.
used to north, east, west, south.
Yeah, everybody be pulling out
Northeast.
their compass.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it.
Yeah. It was
I'm
cool
gonna go
though,
west.
Oh.
because you had to have, you really did have to have someone pretty much navigate you, unless you wanted to
Yeah.
keep running back and forth to look at the map.
Yeah.
One of the fun things to do in it was definitely climbing in the cannon and shooting yourself out.
Yeah.
And you just be like, Scott, watch. And Scott, you're looking at the sky and you see my ass fly across the whole island. Or you take someone's pet and put them in there and you shoot their pet through the cannon. That was fun.
I will
had
say-
a dog.
Oh yeah, the dogs, and like they had parrots and a monkey.
Yeah.
I think
Trevor
too.
had a dog, and I got like the perfect screenshot of the dog underwater and my like hand next to it or whatever, and it looked like I was drowning his dog.
Oh, no.
I really liked, which these things suck too. When you go out there and you like try and fight like the ghost ships that you couldn't sink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the.
fun. It was
I
fun.
liked fighting them, but I really wish that you could have sunk them, because you could sit there and get onto the ghost ships and just keep fighting the NPCs, and then just like they just respawn,
Yeah.
but you couldn't do anything against the ghost ship; it would just stay there.
Well, other players were. The only thing is they were a lot more coordinated, and they would like hit us with the cannons.
Oh, and it didn't matter.
And
who you
anytime
ran
I like
across.
run to a cannon to shoot, and then I have to load it, and or I wouldn't have any cannonballs, and I'm like, God dang it!
Well, that
We
was
were
the
always
problem.
ill prepared.
Is like every person we ran across in that game was just
Sweaty.
Oh
and
yeah,
out to kill us. We never ran across someone that just left us alone. If we saw
Yeah, we
someone
did. We
riding,
did
we were
every once in a
nah, hell
Every,
no.
yeah,
yeah.
we did. Every
I ain't
once
gonna
in a
lie
while.
though,
We used to
sometimes
instigate it.
we used to instigate shit
Yeah.
by fucking.
That
Y'all
shit's
don't,
we
y'all
got it,
don't
we
want
got
none of
this.
this shit, and then the next thing you know, you just start turning around. And you're like, "Fuck, full
That's
sails!"
Like
We got a
every
brig it.
D&D player that Tyler ever plays.
Yeah,
We'd have a brigade over here, and they'd be coming at us with a schooner, and like they'd sink us.
yeah.
We would have
No.
so much loot. We would have hours worth of loot, and Scott and Trevor would be like, "No, turn around. We're gonna go fight him." I'm like, "There goes hours worth of playing this game.
Yeah.
It's gone."
That is one thing. You'd get real frustrated if you were playing this game and somebody roll up on you. If you've hit like 5, 6 islands, done like 5 or 6 quests, and you're like just loaded up, and then they come up and sink you.
We didn't have a lot of trouble with like two people's things. I'd mess them up.
Nah, not really.
My
but
favorite thing
most
was
of the time
to
they weren't
shoot
trying to fight
myself
us.
towards them and sneak up on the boat. That's what I would do.
That was always great. That was so funny to watch.
Oh,
Because I'd be swimming trying to catch the ladder.
We would just see your name on their boat.
What would be funny though too, like if it was the opposite, somebody would get on our boat and we'd lose our shit. We'd be like, "Somebody's on the boat! Somebody's on the boat!" And they'd be like running off with a chest, just jumping off the
Yes.
side of the
Yeah, they'd
boat.
be
like
blowing
us
up
a
under
couple
the
days
ground.
ago. Everybody's like, "I don't know what to do." I don't-
They'd catch the boat on fire. Somebody's
Yeah.
over there with a bucket of water trying to put the fire
Y'all
out.
seen the TikToks with the Sea of Thieves? Those are some of the funniest TikToks.
Captain!
Captain! And the boat's climbing the rock, just
Yeah.
scaling the walk
It's
wall.
a
and
ghost
comes-
ship, and like they're like right next to like a big rock where you can't get on. And the fucking ship comes up and just jumps the rock and lands on them.
There's
and
another
they're all
one.
screaming. It's pretty great.
There's another one where the guy's like, "All right, now don't get too close to that island. Don't get too close to that island." And they're not very close to it, but they're close enough for the people on the island to shoot a cannon. And he walks onto the deck, and I guess they had went through and just collected every explosive barrel and put it out on the deck. And they just sitting there watching this cannonball, just a Hail Mary shot of a cannonball, fucking flying through the air, and it just hits, and it goes, and then the video stops. And it was like, oh no, all that time.
Dude, that would be such a depressing thing, though. It's like when you know our boat is starting to sink, and you're like, "Oh, the boat's sinking. The boat's sinking," and
We're
it would
done.
just start going down.
Everybody's
And if you-
swimming, trying to
you
grab the
couldn't-
loot.
If you were underneath and it was
Oh, yeah,
sinking,
you
you
couldn't
couldn't
get-
get out
no.
fast enough half the time, and you
Well,
would just go down with
you
it.
would just
That's
see
what
all
I'm
of
saying.
our loot
Like we'd be
floating there.
playing, and everybody be on the top deck, and then we would go down to the second deck, and the third deck is flooded completely, and we're like, "All right." I think we've done it where the second deck was completely flooded, the second lower one,
Yeah.
and it was like there was no saving
Yeah.
it. There
We'll
was
just grab
no
some
buckets
loot,
of
Oh,
get in
we're
the
a
little boat.
low.
Yeah, we're not even paying attention. We're just sitting there on the deck, and we look over, and the water's like a foot from the top of the deck, and we're like, "Oh." We walk down there. Oh, we're gonna need more buckets.
What's also a bitch is when we'd sit there and like the ship would sink and then it would spawn you on the other side of the map. So there's no way you're gonna get
Yeah.
back to your
Well,
loot.
and sometimes it'd be like I'd be off the boat and I'd be like turning in treasure, and you guys would be fighting, and you guys would all spawn somewhere else with the boat, and then have to come find me at the outpost.
Or if your boat was on fire, that sucked the most.
Dude, yeah, fire was the worst. Especially if they were hitting your sails and different stuff like that. And once it'd get up on the top deck, it was
there was
pretty
nothing you could do. Everybody would be trying to put out the fires, and they'd still be blowing you up. You couldn't fire back.
That was the thing, because wasn't there a thing where you, like, one of the balls would drop your anchor? Yeah. And so you couldn't do anything, and you were pretty much just screwed. You were just sitting there. They'd just light you up. And you can't repair the boat fast enough before they're reloading the cannon, so.
Well, when you got 20 holes in the bottom of your boat, it's hard to repair quick enough.
Yeah.
We never had enough wood.
Yeah, we didn't have enough.
Not enough
anything.
wood for all the holes.
We were like gun-ho on just getting treasure, and we never were like, all right, we need to restock on wood.
I tried to do that with the boat. I tried to get, but there's only so much on the islands. Like, it's never enough. I don't know how people get so much.
We really should have used like the first like 2 or 3 islands to completely stock out the boat, and then go do our treasure hunting.
Yeah. The UI was also kind of trash in the game.
What's a UI?
Like the interface.
Well, I think just how fun it was and it being like one of the only pirate games kind of carried the game too.
Yeah.
Well, I'm talking about like because you'd have your scroll wheel. But you'd have like 7 of them with a bunch of different stuff.
You'd be emoting when you're trying to.
You're trying to grab your gun. Your dude's sitting there dancing, looking at all the guys on the other boat.
Fortnite.
Like,
he's literally hitting the Griddy on the boat.
And the guys on the boat are like, he's taunting us, and I'm like, I'm just trying to pull my gun out, man.
Is he hitting the Griddy? Across the boat?
Then you pull an apple out, and you're like, no!
How much were we hitting the Griddy?
He's hitting the Griddy on the... What are we hitting the Griddy on the deck? Sorry.
I thought it was cool, too, how, like, when you died, you go to the ghost ship, and you just go through the door, and you can spawn back. At least you're not, like, just out of the game.
Yeah, better if you would have went in Davy Jones's locker.
Yeah.
SpongeBob. It's got a bunch of stinky socks in it.
I really hope they update the combat if they make a second one, which I don't even know if they're going to. I mean, they're still making content for it.
Well, they came out with like some kind of announcement about Sea of Thieves 2022, but it wasn't like it was going to be a new game. I think they were going to try to update the game that they have.
Yeah, but we checked it out, and like I thought there really wasn't anything that had changed much, other than there was a couple more like missions and like different quests that you could do, but it wasn't anything crazy.
Yeah.
Well, that's the problem with some games nowadays. They're looking to try to make one game and make that one game last like 10 years, kind of like Rainbow
Well,
Six
maybe
Siege.
that's just the problem with y'all. Y'all just can't keep your attention enough to this game.
Well, that's just
What do you mean, y'all?
the world that's coming
I
out.
you
I
mean, y'all?
strip mine in Minecraft for
Yeah,
years.
you can't really talk to Haley about that. 'Cause
That's true.
she goes miles.
I will never question your dedication to that game because
It's so bad.
On an iPad. Let's not forget that. On an iPad.
disgusting.
I have patience. What can I say?
Not me.
But no, I thought one of the coolest things was that Pirates of the Caribbean like quest line. We didn't. I don't. Did we finish it? I don't think
we did.
Finished it. Did we?
Because the last mission is when you're super deep underwater and you all got treasure and you're swimming up to the.
I don't really
Oh, you're
I
right.
I saw Captain Jack all that much. I think I saw him once. But I
You
didn't play
save
as
him. Remember,
much.
you go down there and
Yeah.
you save him.
So did
Yeah.
they
Out of
have
the-
like a
that
thing?
Save
fort.
all of them. Yeah. And then.
Yeah, it
just
was kind of like
Pirates, Caribbean.
Fortnite. You know how like Fortnite like changes, like they did Star
Okay.
Wars before. It was just like a thing that they did. For
There was
Pirates of
like
the
special
Anything.
enemies and stuff because of what was going on, and
Okay.
I mean, it was cool. After that, though, it's kind of like you kind of
Or if you
shoot your shot with the big thing with Pirates of the Caribbean. So what are you gonna do now after that? Like,
they have
Yeah.
a pretty dope DLC coming out for it
oh really?
that was announced. Yeah, it's Monkey Island.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
for real?
okay. You got Monkey Island. I
Yeah,
Oh, shit.
think about that.
we might have to play that because I
Yeah.
played Monkey Island back in the day.
I remember you playing that.
Don't you
I
play
played
with
that. I didn't know how to play that game because it's a puzzle game, and I was like 5 playing that puzzle
Isn't there a
game.
part where he plays with like a hacky sack or something?
Yes, he plays
Yes.
the hacky sack. But my favorite part was you walk to the edge of the cliff, and he would go, "Goodbye, cruel world." Never mind. And he'd walk away.
I
used to-
remember you
I
doing that
I
all the time.
remember
I
that
probably
too.
played that one part. Yeah, like 20,000 times.
And I think it
'Cause
cracked
I thought
you
it
up.
was so fucking funny. Even back then when I was like 6 years old, I thought that was funny.
Me sitting right
That's
next
where
to
it
him
went
watching
wrong.
it because I remember all that.
Yeah, it's wild how I remember that one specific part. And I remember I got kind of far in that game. But it's like that whole game is just puzzles. That's all it is. It's just walking around puzzles
I'd probably
type
love
game.
it.
You probably would. And it was it's like an interesting story, like a funny what's the word? It's comedic, but it's not. That's not the word. But it's a little funny story. I played the newer Monkey Island, but I don't really like the art style. It's like a 2D type of art style.
Mm.
I don't really like it all that much. But that one I remember playing, which in my head it has great graphics, but I know that probably looked like absolute dog shit.
Yeah.
And I don't know which Monkey Island it is because they have a lot of them.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was on
What was it on
PlayStation 1 or
PlayStation
2.
2?
It might have been on 2.
I think it was on PS2.
I think so too. I don't remember, but there's a lot of Monkey Island games. I only known about that one.
Yeah.
But because I remember the little ghost guy used to kind of scare me a little bit when I was little. That game was fun as shit. So I'm definitely going to check that out, at least.
Yeah, I mean, it probably will be pretty cool. I'm sure they're going to go big just like they did with the Pirates of
What's
the
his
Caribbean
name?
one.
What's the guy's name? Is it Guy? I keep thinking, I'm thinking it's like Guy. His name is
Main
Guy.
character from Monkey Island.
Gilbert.
Gilbert Grape.
Oh,
No.
what's eating?
Brain eating amoebas.
Oh. Guybrush. I knew it was Guy something. Guybrush, yeah.
I was close.
And
That's
he's
the
like-
blonde
he's
dude
like
or
a-
redheaded?
He's blonde. He's like witty, but he's like goofy.
Look at
Like,
it.
he's
You
like
have a
the-
picture of him.
He's the type of hero
Yeah.
that like goes through the story and stumbles the whole time. Like he
Yeah.
like trips and kills a guy. That's the kind of like hero he is.
That's a fear. A new fear in life.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I gotcha.
that's from the new game. I
You
don't like
trip
that style.
and you kill a guy.
But that's kind of
Like,
like
Tucker and
his
Dale.
thing. It's like, dang, I don't know what kind of other character
Chippendales.
I'm thinking about. It's
No,
like you
that.
trip, like you're getting an arrow shot at you and you trip and that misses you and hits the guy,
That's what-
hits a bad guy behind you.
That's why I was talking about. No, you've never seen Tucker and Dale versus Evil?
I feel like I
that?
have.
That. All right, quick.
Like Bill and Ted with Keanu Reeves.
No, this is Tucker and Dale versus Evil, and it's about these two rednecks that like just live out in the woods, and these group of college kids are like going on like vacation, going on to the woods, kind of like a cabin in the woods
And
type
they
deal.
don't happen. They don't mean to make things
No,
happen.
so
But they make it really scary.
yeah, it's set. It's like a spoof almost. It's set up like, oh, these kids are going out in the woods.
Yeah.
Yes, it's hilarious. You
I've
should
seen
watch
it.
it. But anyways, in this, these two dudes are just normal guys, but the people walk up and they think they're like murderers.
They come
just 'cause
out
there's
with
like
the
a
chainsaws
there-
because they're cutting
Oh,
down
yeah.
a tree.
yeah, and there's like butcher shop there. Like they see like dead animals and different stuff like that. Well, how about the students take it upon themselves? They're like, no, we're not gonna die, and so they try to attack them off guard. And there's a part to where like one either Tucker or Dale like bends over to like get some, and a kid jumps straight into the wood chipper. And then there's another one to where the kid's running at him and he impales himself with like a spike,
That
like
movie
a
felt
piece
like
of
a
wood.
fever dream.
It's so hilarious, and they're like freaking out the whole you want me to say Chip and Dale now? Tucker and Dale are freaking the hell out because all these kids are just murdering themselves on their land.
Oh my god.
It's a funny movie. Y'all should
That's
watch
that's
I
how
have
that
seen it.
hero is.
Yeah.
Like you bend over and the enemy kills himself because he was
Yeah.
just being goofy.
it. Yeah,
I should actually go back and play those games. Now that I think about
I
it.
feel like
don't
we
know
say
if I
this
can
about
do
a
it.
lot of stuff, but we
do.
really should.
And I'll play it for 30 minutes and be like, not as fun when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Even though, does anybody else have anything on Sea of Thieves?
Well, they just had a new adventure come out 2 days ago.
What's it about?
It's called Dark
Your mom.
Deception. But part of what we were talking about when they did like the
Sounds
Sea
like
of
a
Thieves,
raunchy novel.
kind of, yeah. Yeah.
Join us
It's a
for our
smut
adventure
Yeah.
on the deep seas and discover
get
the
real
dark
deep.
adventure, Dark Deception. Coming out this June.
But part
Coming this June.
Porn movie?
of right.
The Seductive Pirate.
Coming in your movie theater.
You should have just said mouth.
Part of the new thing that when they updated it was that they are doing adventures like within the seasons, and there's supposed to be like a storyline that you just play the like story mode basically. But they had a new one drop after like 4 months. It was like they did it and then they didn't do it for 4 whole months, and then they just dropped this one suddenly.
It took them 4 months. The
Yeah.
writer's strike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it
Maybe.
is. But maybe we should play it now so we can find out what dark deception is. Who's deceiving who? What darkness lies
Yeah.
in the waste of the deep.
I'm excited for it.
I could be a writer.
Trevor starts writing smut novels. Love a
Make
good
bank.
smut
The-
novel.
His
Darkness consumed me. It covered all over my body.
Wow.
With
You
its
should probably
deep,
stop.
dark
You get flagged.
crevices.
It slid.
It was
right
so long
over.
and
Okay.
I thought this is Trevor's writing. This is what he's talking about.
his shaft came for my face.
There's probably a lot of stuff you could just use a boat.
Yeah.
Just transfer over.
My narrow
Bow.
bow sliding into port.
One thing they did on Sea of Thieves, to go back to it,
This
is the
back to
cooking
it.
was kind of stupid.
Oh,
The
yeah.
cooking, yeah,
Yeah.
it was
Because it just
stupid.
burned.
Either you burn it or you
Throw a
wouldn't cook
banana
enough and
on
you would
there.
start throwing up.
Yeah.
It was fun to get drunk enough to be
Yeah, that's what
thrown
I was
up,
about to
though.
say. The drunk mechanic was pretty cool.
Because you'd be like stumbling around and it was like legit. You couldn't control your character. And they'd be throwing up and you'd throw up on people and it would hit their screen and like
It would cover it.
roll
Yeah.
down a puke.
Like Mario
Well, that was
Kart
another
with
thing.
the
We'd be-
squidding.
I'd be down at the bottom of the boat getting absolutely sloshed, and they're like, "We're fighting somebody," and I come up there drunk as hell with my pistol and stumbling around.
got
trying to
him.
fight. I'm gonna get him, and next thing I know, I'm fucking floating down the ocean because I fell off the boat. It's horrible.
Hey, you live,
That
you
was
learn.
back in the days when we would like all be in the living room together. We'd have
Yeah.
like 4 TVs going in one room, and Trevor, that was when he got the Series X, and we
Yeah.
all didn't have
Oh,
it
yeah.
yet.
Trevor was like, "Look at the beautiful
Yeah,
ocean."
he would load
It
in
was,
immediately,
bro.
and it looked immaculate on his screen.
And our
Yeah.
shit looked like some murky ass water. Like it was
Yeah.
shitty as hell.
Y'all's was the Atlantic, and his was the Gulf.
Yeah, because you side by side, you look at it and be like, "Oh my god, look at
You
this
can actually
shit."
see your toes underwater.
Yeah.
We were on Tybee Island. He was in the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was nice. That brief moment in time where I was on top of the world.
And Trevor would load in way faster
Yeah.
than the
Around,
rest
like,
of
what are y'all
us.
doing? And I was like, are y'all in the
What are y'all
game?
That was
doing,
always the
screwer?
worst.
That was wild.
What game did we play? God, we played a game, and it was always horrible because it would take me forever to load in. I can't remember what me and you would play.
Grand Theft Auto was like that.
Yeah.
Oh, Red Dead.
Red Dead.
Red
It
Dead.
might have
That's
been
what it
Red
was.
Dead. Yeah,
It-
because I'd be running around. I'd be halfway across whatever.
Yeah,
those places
and then
are.
I'd finally load in, and then we game share, and he got me the new Xbox, and we had hit the max, like, making it your home Xbox. You can only do it so many times a year, so I had to wait like 6 months before we could game share again. And I was like, when
Yeah.
we game share, we playing Red Dead. We ain't played it since. We've been able to game share.
Be
again.
Red
careful,
Dead was a
kids.
fun
Don't
game,
game
too.
share too much.
Yeah.
Don't do it too much.
Have y'all ever watched Black Sails?
No.
I've watched.
I watched the first episode.
It's only 3. It's only 3 seasons. I made it through 2 full seasons. Didn't watch the 3rd season yet, but it's actually pretty good.
Trash. Yeah.
No,
you
it's
used
pretty
to be
good.
able to rent it at Ingles.
Really?
Yeah,
Not
because
anymore.
that guy, the bald guy,
Oh.
he used to come in and rent it. You know who I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It was horrible.
There was something about that experience being able to go through and just pick the tabs out and then walk up there
Oh,
with
and
like
there's-
3 or 4 tabs.
oh,
was
yeah.
it fun putting them back?
Oh, well, I didn't work at the
I
video
didn't
department.
work video either.
I loved putting them back.
These 2 in the video department.
I did.
Man, I can't even tell you.
It was nice being over there.
how
'cause you
many
could be by
bags of
yourself. You didn't have to
popcorn?
worry about nobody.
Their popcorn was good.
How many
yeah.
bags of
That-
popcorn
that
I ate
popcorn,
working
it's
there
still
as
getting-
a service clerk? I just walked by it and grabbed one of them kid bags and put it in my apron. I ate so much popcorn working there.
Do they still got that popcorn machine over in the deli?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's still gross. That crap was gross when it was in video. It got sprayed
Well,
down with
it
vinegar.
tastes so good.
Hey,
Hold up. I put love into that thing.
that was y'all's only job that night. And then I
Yeah,
remember
euphemisms.
hearing one of the bookkeepers call down to y'all, "Bring me your tail," and y'all just walk over there.
Yeah, that,
What did you just
This
say?
is frosted nothing.
He frosted the popcorn.
Oh my god!
I was saying Never
He
mind.
said he put the love in it.
Mofo frosted the popcorn.
This is why
That's why I
video
was so
departments
salty.
got shut down.
Hell, and then we'd all go back there and just sit down behind the counters and just sit there and talk.
Just hide.
Service clerk, we need you to clear the lot.
I can't tell you how many times me and Kendrick would get in trouble by standing on the the wall right there behind where
Yeah.
the popcorn machine was.
Yeah.
They'd see us over there and they'd call us. Be like, you can't stand over there no more.
Well,
20 minutes
anyways,
later,
You'll
go
see
back
us
over
back
there.
Yeah.
on.
They try to
16
enforce
years
so
old.
much stuff. Yeah, it was so stupid.
I mean, that's
But-
never job, but. Well, I mean, we could talk about Black Flag, Assassin's Creed, which y'all didn't play that, but we
I
did.
did.
It's one
That
of the
shit
best.
was.
I love that's leave her, Johnny, leave her.
Had some good chances, yeah.
Oh my gosh, I knew them all word for word when I played that
They
game.
they are bangers, like legit.
Late at night when I was like I say a kid, but when I just be playing it late at night, I'd just be sailing and just singing the music. Just
Yeah, you
going.
could.
Haley looks thrilled with your
There was
shanties.
one time we were playing.
Anytime
it was
we
like
try
me-
to go to the beach.
It was me, you, and Alex. Maybe Tyler's there, but we were playing, and there was one where you needed to slam him in the ass, and I was screaming, "Slam him in the ass!" It was pretty fun. That was funny.
That, and then I really like the mechanics on that game too, like driving the boat and stuff. And the
I'm
boss
gonna drive the
fights
boat.
in that game were hard as shit. Like the different legendaries that you had to
Oh,
fight.
yeah.
Golly, man.
Well,
That
it's-
was a really fun Assassin's Creed game. Speaking of, like, my top is, I mean, obviously the Ezio trilogy, then Assassin's Creed 3, then Black Flag. That's my top, like, really
well,
three.
if
but-
the Skull and Bones is anything like what they do with this, which I think
Sorry.
they have to take it because it's Ubisoft. I mean, they probably have to take ideas from it.
Yeah.
It's going to be like super fun, and it's a lot more realistic.
And it was different with the Abstergo stuff because you were an employee for Abstergo, and that's how it worked.
Yeah, that was all bullshit. I
Yeah.
don't care about all that.
I feel
You
like
had to
with
check your email and stuff.
if they would just update Sea of Thieves to have a bigger party, like they should just
Yeah, I don't know.
at
why you
least
can't-
like a 6 or an 8-man
Yeah.
crew. Like
for those big ships, it would be perfect. It'd be fun.
Yeah,
I mean,
but them guys down
the
there
sweaties,
with two,
the
oh
sweaties
Lord,
would
yeah.
go hard on that shit.
Yeah, I mean, it might make it like your crew like OP though.
I think so. I think that's why they stopped doing that. 'Cause
Yeah.
I think they did it at one point.
But then
didn't
there'd be them sweats that just had a 2-person boat, and they'd go up against like a 16-person boat and annihilate
I don't
it.
know. 2 people, you ain't gonna make it.
Yeah, it's
And you can't play that game alone. They should do like a campaign where you can at least do like a little, at least be alone if you want to play it by yourself, because you ain't.
yeah, you're pretty much screwed if you don't have
It
somebody to
doesn't
play that
let
game
you.
with.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure when you
Yeah,
join
like maybe
it,
have like NPC crewmates or something that can help steer the boat and like do
Something.
stuff.
Because that's
we
a
say
multiplayer
this,
game.
but there's one guy out here. This is all he plays, and he's
Oh,
just
I'm sure.
playing by himself.
He's
I'm
a
sure there's
fucking
some
animal.
solo
Yeah.
dolos out there, yeah, doing their thing.
He's got a dog in him.
Yeah, you facing the Kraken, killing it by himself.
Yeah. He's running around. That's all he does. He just circles the boat, doing what he needs to do.
There was one night that me and Hannah played it alone on a 2-man boat. We never made it to an island. We never got no treasure. We kept getting annihilated, and we were like, all right, I'm done.
Yeah.
You'd have some sweats out there track you down too, man. You'd see them like you'd spawn into the map and you'd see them just making
Yeah,
a
because
fucking beeline straight
'Cause
to your boat.
they would have that flag. You could be under that flag, which would pop you up on the map.
Yeah.
And that was like, hey, we want to fight people, and you'd stay away from them, but you could see them off in the distance, and they'd be chasing you down. And you'd be like, God damn it!
Come on,
It made the
man.
whole experience.
You'd
rough.
hurry up and try and get to an island just to
You'd
get
be
your
like,
loot off before they'd get to you.
Yeah, you're like, oh God, here they come. And you'd be like staring at them the whole time. Somebody's like, "Where's that ship at?" And they'd still be coming. And you just pray that somebody else comes in
Yeah.
and they get distracted so you can get away.
Or
But
that
it's
they'd
like-
run into a ghost ship.
You would always like, they would always find you. They were like tracking you. I hated that,
I don't know
especially
where
when
you
you
are.
see a ship out in the distance. And you're like, "This game's about to suck. We're about to get fucked up."
Something else we haven't talked about is like the skins you could get, like
Oh yeah.
all the different pieces of the boats. And
Oh
stuff.
yeah, and
Yeah.
like
The Xbox theme.
Yeah, that
everybody
one
had.
was cool, dude. The Xbox thing. I got the Halo one when it came out. I logged on to Sea of Thieves just to get that skin. We weren't even playing it at the time, but I logged on there just to get it.
Well, I think the customization, even though you couldn't make your pirate,
The front of the boat.
you could still like dress him up, and you can make him look like you want to. Like mine
Yeah.
looked like an old, skinny, rusty-looking pirate running around.
Mine looked like a hipster pirate, and he had
That's
no
how
pants.
Scott's look too.
Mine
It's
had
so
no pants
stupid.
on, no shoes on. He just had like the shirt on, and that's how I ran around all the time.
In a
Nah.
moo
And
I
my legs were about that about that thick.
I think what was it? I like that Royal Sovereign where it was the green and the yellow. I used to
Yeah.
wear that stuff.
Yeah,
a little
yeah.
flashy.
Your guy was all flashy. He was a flashy pirate.
Yeah.
Yeah, couldn't drive a boat to save his
Yeah.
friggin'
He
life.
had a hook for a hand. All right, look.
They use that hook though. They can.
Yeah, I like how you'd pull out a gun and like it'd be a two-handed gun and he'd
Weapons
just have the hook like under
Yeah.
it.
Wipe
Yeah,
his
do what you
ass
gotta
with the
do.
wrong hand.
I did have a peg leg, which I mean,
Yes.
you gotta have one. But
Get your eye patch.
I had an eye patch too.
Blacks out half your screen.
What if? That'd be
That would
wild.
be funny.
That's like the
That's what they
It's
should
like in
do.
Minecraft when you put a jack-o'-lantern on your head and it just has the
Eyeballs.
yeah.
Well, anything else about Sea of Thieves?
We're gonna go download it now.
Probably not,
Yeah, probably not.
because it's like how many gigs?
Yeah, y'all don't have
Way too big.
Yeah, it's way too big.
gigabyteage like I do. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, you still gotta transfer your shit over.
Yeah, it's stupid as hell, Xbox.
What did you
We
get the
explained
chip
it.
or something?
It's not Xbox.
No.
It's every powerful thing now.
Aren't you supposed to get like a chip now for like?
You're
isn't it like a-
supposed to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they're $200.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
I've
like
said this
it's like
already,
$60
so I'm not gonna
for
say it again.
512 gigabytes, and then a terabyte's like fucking $200.
We're saving up for the Apple VR.
Hell no, we're not. That
Have you seen-
Apple VR has the same price tag my lawnmower I just bought.
I
has.
want to know what it feels like to be at the Catalina wine mixer. All right.
Have you seen the moth who has it on? Did I share that in the group? I shared it on my Instagram. It's a moth who has the VR on, and then it shows him like sitting there, and it's just a white bright light that he's looking at.
Did you
Fantastic
see?
meme.
So I thought when they were showcasing it, and like the girl was wearing it, and you could see her eyes. I thought it was like see through, and I was like, "That's badass." It's like see through, but it's glass,
just a
and you can see
picture.
what you can see, but people can see you. No, it's fucking recording your eyeballs, and it just post them on the front so
What
people
the
can see what
fuck?
you're looking at. I
It
was
probably,
like,
I mean, Apple, give them what they want. Yeah, it's expensive, but it's probably going to be very refined and like.
I mean, it's
a
gonna be
great
badass,
experience.
but
And it
$3,500, you can hell
You can
no.
buy a really nice lawnmower for that.
And you can see you
Yes,
can
sir.
see through it. I think it's augmented too. It's not
Yeah,
just
you can see
virtual,
through it.
It's augmented reality too.
It's you can see through it, but it's still a camera. But it displays your eyes on the front. It's not like see through.
I mean, the new
it would be weird if it was just goggles.
Quest 3 has that. They added cameras.
Oh,
on
the
thing,
pros.
and they make it where you can.
Oh,
see.
they have already come
Those?
out with a Quest 3.
They're about to.
No, it's
They're going to.
Well, they just came out with the Pro one.
Well, they're coming out with a Quest 3, and it's like, you know how it does the black and white to see everything around you. And now it's colored.
The
But
Pro
there's
one.
probably some other stuff.
I was
in
gonna
there,
say,
too.
damn, I just got
It's
the
lighter. It's
Oh,
lighter.
you got the
and all
Quest
that.
2. The Pro one is like $1,500. That's still too damn much for me. Hell no. $500 for the one I got was too much. That's why I bought it off Facebook Marketplace.
From some kid who wasn't using it anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, the higher it is, the better experience it'll be. Probably the better it feels.
I wanna
My
play
biggest
Minecraft.
problem with VR is my shit gets blurry all the time.
Because you sweat.
Me,
No, it's just because
I
of
have to
how
wear my glasses when
It
I
has
play
to be perfect.
Which
It
is
does
crazy
have to be perfect
because
for
I'm
it to-
nearsighted, so
bothers
you
me.
It
think
depends on the
that
game
I
for
could
me.
see it better without my glasses. But I can't. I have to put the glasses on when I'm in the VR.
When I'm in the VR.
Oh, man.
When I'm in the
Oh, I
VR, you know.
I'll save it for the free roam.
All right, if you're gonna bring up VR later, I'll tell the story in the free room.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to end
Keep listening if you want to hear more about VR.
it. Yeah.
Next
a
week.
fucking week from
Yeah,
now.
next week.
Dumbass.
Sea of Thieves. You haven't played it? You should give it a try. It's pretty fun.
Yeah,
but
it's
only
pretty fun. With
only play it
friends.
with friends. Yeah.
You
What's
play
the-
with us?
Yeah.
Not really.
1 out of 10 loots.
I don't
Not
ever-
one
I'll play
out of
with
10.
you.
Oh,
Yeah,
What-
Scott will play
what's
with
the
you. I
loot?
don't play with random folks.
What's the loot rank on
Yeah.
Sea of Thieves?
Loot rating.
What are you thinking? I
I
say
give-
7.
I was about to say 7.
I
It's
give
a
it
little too high
6.
for me.
Yeah, it's a little too.
I say 7 only because of the
It's
experience.
5.5.
I really enjoyed watching y'all play it. When you
For
guys
being
did
the
it.
only
gonna give it an
pirate
8.
game really out here.
Ooh.
I love how that game looks. Like the
Yeah.
animation style of it. It's really cool.
I'm gonna have to give it a 5.
The
It's
combat
a
is
5.
dog
I
shit.
mean, yeah, 2 points
Yeah.
off for the combat, but pretty much everything else I like about it.
It's one of these games we sit here and we're like, man, we should really get back into that. And then we get back into it, and 2 hours later, we're like, bro, we just waited so fucking long to download this game.
It took a week, and now
Yeah.
we're playing it for
But
30 minutes.
everyone playing it, but no one will admit that everybody's like, bruh, this game kind of old.
Yeah.
We're all just sitting here like, yeah, aren't you really glad we downloaded this game again? Everybody's like, hell yeah.
Katie's looking at TikTok sitting at the front of the boat.
You can
Scott's
tell.
asleep.
Katie?
Scott's
Scott's
driving
like,
the boat
Scott-
and falls asleep.
You know, I did download a
Scott!
companion for it. They have a companion app, and
Oh,
you
no.
can like, when you have a tricky map or whatever, you can look up to solve the thing, and you can go back and look at the map and stuff.
We'd be yelling at Scott. Where's Scott? Scott, turn left.
I mean,
Huh?
hit the
What?
brake.
I've been awake the whole time.
In a good way, it puts you to sleep. Like you'd be sitting there.
Oh,
Driving,
yeah.
like,
The
this
sea
is-
low-
The
Lulls
water, the boat just kind of rocking you. It was nice.
Blech. I go freaking sick.
But yeah, Sea of Thieves. Check it out.
Check it out.
That game did make me sick every once in a while. I ain't gonna explain why it did, but it did. See
I'm
y'all
not gonna
later.
explain it
See
why.
ya.
Appreciate it. Like, follow, share. All that good stuff.